the jocks and the nerds, the arts and the smarts. We all have different ways of communicating. It is not the same from person to person. It's all different, flowing. Communication is all based on the individual. But there is no denying the people within SEAT talk a little bit differently. When I talk about SEAT, I'm talking about the College of Engineering, Architectural, and Technology. This is specifically what the College of Engineering is called at OSU. Not every college has one. We specifically have one to group all of our STEM people under one roof. So chemical, architectural, electrical, civil, they're all under the SEAT college. There are several different sub-colleges at Oklahoma State University. We all associate ourselves with a different vernacular. For example, the Ferguson College of Agriculture has their own whole genre of vocabulary. They often discuss livestock, crops, pigs, you name it under that umbrella. I would not understand anything if I tried to talk to them about this subject, but it goes the same way for me. Like, I wouldn't expect them to know what differential equations is. And that's fine, we all just have our expertise in certain areas. For a while now, I've been wanting to explain to people what kind of things that people in SEAT talk about. Because I have quite a few aerospace engineering students, friends, that I have no idea what they're talking about at all times. So come with me on this discovery of the people of the flight. Get it? Because it's like people of the night. I'm so sorry. Picture this. It's 1:18 a.m. in the morning. You promised one of your aerospace engineering friends that you would go study with them in the library. She lets you know that she's in the basement. As you head down to the basement, it looks like there's not even a soul in sight. But then you see it. A trash can filled to the top with Little Caesar pizza boxes and used Monster energy drink cans. You then hear laughter coming from around the corner and you approach it. You see your friend surrounded by other aerospace engineering students. She beckons you closer to the group. As you approach, though, your fear grows immense. They're complaining about rolling moments, dynamic pressure, and rotational speed. Pop quiz! What do you talk to these random people about? A. The weather. B. Act like you know what they're talking about and nod your head. C. Run away in fear. D. Stare in silence. While all these are acceptable answers, probably the default one you should go for is video games. Not all aerospace engineering students are like this, but most of them, if you can think of any game within the past 6 months that's come out and has been in the major social media sphere, and you mention the name to them, they can probably hand you a 13-page thesis on that game. But also, it's just such a good conversation starter, because you can ask about that game and anything that they say, maybe ask a little bit further. One of the more weird topics that, who am I kidding? All of these are weird. One of the other topics that you can talk to an aerospace engineer about is aerodynamics of a cow, aerodynamics of an elephant, aerodynamics of a lobster, or the worst one, aerodynamics of a big boobed anime girl. This one's pretty funny. It shows the vector field or vector streamlines across an object, so that just the airflow going across an object. I might be getting this totally wrong. I'm not an aerospace engineering student, but this is what I've researched and what I've found that these pictures mean, because I don't know what they mean besides that. I do know that I think the red and the blue parts are to deal with heat transfer of some sort. You know what? Talk to an aerospace engineer and be like, can you explain this? Another thing you could talk to them about is flight simulators. If you've never played one, Google has a free one. Just play any flight simulator. Look at the planes before you fly and just kind of like observe them very quickly. You don't have to memorize any of this. Just kind of like look at them and be like, this was cool. Can you explain to me how this works? And they'll start. That's a good conversation to have with them, is How does this plane work? Why does it do that? I'm about to talk about some planes that I have no idea how they work here in a little bit, that are just bizarre. Oh, another thing, SpaceX and NASA. Say anything about those two corporations and they'll have a lot to say about them. I don't know if NASA is a corporation. I think it's government run. Again, I'm very daft when it comes to everything aerospace engineering. But SpaceX, they really love SpaceX. I don't know how they feel about Elon Musk, but maybe that's a topic you could discuss. But I do know they love Dogecoin. I've heard multiple aerospace engineers talk about Dogecoin, or just Bitcoin in general. This might seem like just another meme, but it's not. The Bee Movie. To aerospace engineers, this is a piece of sacrilegious text. I'm not even joking. I think it's because the first few words, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground, yada yada yada. You get it? So they love this movie. Like the seniors in this year's graduating class were watching it while they were designing their senior project. This is a little random section I like to call pickup lines for the plain sexual in your life. If you like one of these aerospace engineers and you want to like put the moves on them. Or maybe don't. Maybe this could just be a fun friend thing. Damn, babe. I hope you're NASA because you'll love my Super Guppy. And here's where I'll show. Super Guppy is a big mega plane that NASA apparently really likes, I've heard. I don't mean to brag, but I'm a Globe Monster 3 in bed. Whenever I first found Globe Monster plane, I thought it said Glob. So I thought it was Glob Monster 3, and I was freaking out. I was like, who names a plane Glob Monster 3? I don't know about you, but I could see us being in a committed strata-launch-ship. That was a stretch for me, so sorry, but this plane does remind me of the essence of marriage, somehow. Yeah, you should propose to your future wife, aerospace engineers, with this photo, and be like, this is gonna be us, babe, for the rest of our lives. How about I take you back to my place, and I can show you my Airbus Beluga. I'm so sorry for all of those, and also for this terrible informational video. It describes a little bit of what aerospace engineers like, but not totally in depth. And again, this is not a generalization of every seat student. Communication is different on a person-to-person basis. But I just wanted to discuss a few of the small things that I noticed. And I can't tell you how many topics electrical engineers obsess over. There's countless. And since I'm in this major, I could probably talk about it for like an hour-long video. Half of them are nonsensical as well. Thank you so much for watching. Here's a picture of Jackson, or a video of him purring. Give me a second.